host with White Labs, an e-commerce marketing agency. Today's guest is Amy. Amy, feel
Hello.
free to introduce yourself and let our viewers know a little about yourself and your background.
Sure. My name's Amy Becker. I've started with a food blog, so I have a food blog called What Jew Want to Eat, which is all modern Jewish recipes. I started that in 2010, and then that kind of led to my e-commerce business called Modern Tribe that my brother and I actually purchased from another owner in 2016. So we've been the owners of Modern Tribe, which is all cool Jewish gifts since then.
Awesome. Well, tell me more about Modern Tribe.
Yeah, Modern Tribe. I guess I'll start with my blog a little bit since it's related. My long story short, I was very bored at a corporate consulting job. This was 2010. Blogs were really the height of popularity here. So I decided to start a food blog. My brother suggested I do Jewish food. We're very just like cultural Jews. It was something I grew up with, bagels, lox. And I was living in Austin, Texas at the time. And he said, ask your friends in Austin, Texas if they know what kugel is. And they did not. So I started this food blog and it became a real passion project of mine, so much so that I wanted to make it my full career. I ended up leaving my job to go to culinary school. I was teaching cooking classes. I was a private chef for a while. But even at the time, I didn't see blogging as like a long-term career. This was before kind of influencing was a thing, which was also not something I was interested in or, trying to, sell toilet paper on my Instagram was not, where I wanted my career to go, which is a fine career as well. But I came across the store Modern Tribe that I knew about just through Jewish geography that it was for sale. And the previous owner had a brick and mortar and the e-commerce store. She closed the brick and mortar and then was looking to sell the e-commerce store to move on to something new. She was doing all the fulfillment herself out of her home. And I definitely knew I didn't want to do that. But this seemed like a really great extension to the brand I had already built. At this time, I was doing a lot of recipe development and sponsored content on my blog. So I asked my brother if he wanted to buy the store with me, since he has more of the logistical business background. He knows about SEO, he knows about website building and that sort of thing. I have more of the creative background. I do have an undergraduate business degree, so I know about the marketing and social media through my blog as well. So it seemed like a good partnership. And we purchased the business and just totally transformed it. We redesigned the site initially on our own, and then we hired people along the way to keep redesigning it. We changed a lot of we moved the fulfillment. I'm not shipping anything myself, so the fulfillment, we do a mix of warehouse fulfillment and we do drop shipping as well from artists more than drop shipping abroad. And then what else? Oh, then we changed a lot of the inventory too. So it's really grown over the years. Our sales have grown every year since we purchased it, which is really exciting. And we're just kind of keep going and keep growing. And we're really happy with the business we've built.
Awesome. That's amazing.
Thanks.
I was looking at the site. I have a lot of fun. I have a lot of Jewish friends. I definitely am going to show
Yeah.
the site.
Yeah, you don't have to be Jewish to shop.
You have a lot of fun things on here too. It's pretty awesome. I was going through it. It's great.
Yeah, we try to make it really approachable and fun. A lot of Jewish stuff is very serious, which is fair. But I make rainbow challah. I love just like the fun aspects of being Jewish. So if you want earrings that look like bagels, we're your spot.
That's amazing. So I feel like I know like who is your target audience? Obviously a Jewish community, but who is your target audience?
Yeah, I think that's kind of nice with having a niche store like ours is that it's kind of easy to find our target audience. So it's really anyone Jewish, but also anyone, maybe we have a lot of customers that are buying gifts. Maybe like their kid is bar mitzvah age. They have to buy gifts for their son's friends kind of a thing, or they're going to a wedding. It's a Jewish wedding. They want to get something traditional. We have people that maybe they're not Jewish, but they're spouses and they're raising their kids exposed to Judaism and then want to get stuff for their kids. So it's really anyone interested in Judaism or shopping for themselves or someone else who is Jewish. But I think that kind of helps in terms of when we're doing marketing and partnering with other brands and stuff, like we can kind of know who is also marketing to our audience.
Makes total sense. What makes you different or better than some of your competitors?
Yeah, I mean, we do have other competitors in terms of there's a lot of brick and mortar, small Judaica stores, which is Judaica is just the term for Jewish gifts. Yeah. A lot of them are closing. Unfortunately, it's sad. They're small and synagogues and stuff. So we don't have the competition in person as much as we used to have. In terms of online stores, a lot of them are more traditional, where ours are more modern and fun. I think the design, it's a lot of design. And also I work with, so we sell products we design and also products from different artists. So I really work hard. I find all of the products to find products that you can't get anywhere else. So they're really unique. Maybe they're only selling them in person or maybe just on Etsy, and then they don't really have another way to market themselves. So they can use Modern Tribe as a platform to reach a larger audience, sell more products, and they don't have to worry about the marketing. They can just worry about creating art. So I think a lot of other stores don't have the variety and the modern aesthetic that we do. And then, of course, there is Amazon. You can get some of our products on Amazon. But I think, ours is, if you're looking for Hanukkah toys, you don't even know what to search on Amazon. You wouldn't even know, oh, like they make a dreidel out of like Lego blocks. Like I wouldn't even know to look for that. So with our site, it's like really curated and you can just search under Hanukkah toys. There's 200 toys to search from. It's not an overwhelming amount, and you can really find something that you're looking for. You didn't even know you were looking for. Maybe.
That's awesome. What are some of your best-selling products?
So this year for Passover, we came out with a matzo ball soup candle that was very popular. So it's reminiscent of Bubby's home cooked matzo ball soup. So we do a lot of fun stuff like that. We have another product that's I can show you here. It's a wisdom ball, but it has a chai on it. So it was kind of like the 8-ball, but instead of it giving you an answer, it asks you more questions. So it says stuff like, why do you want to know? So it's kind of a little Jewish humor. So I think some of our funny gifts are definitely some of the more popular ones. Last year we came out. Yeah. Last year 2 years ago we collaborated with Tipsy Elves to come out with a sweater that said spreading holiday schmear instead of cheer. And schmear is just a little play on cream cheese and had a bagel on it. That was really popular. So I think the funny products are probably the most popular, but then in general, we just sell like a lot of menorahs, mezuzah cases, which you put on your door with a prayer. So just traditional Jewish things you would need for your home.
Awesome. Well, since taking over the brand, what are some, because most of our listeners are entrepreneurs like yourself and have e-commerce brands. What are some challenges that you've faced in the last few years, and how are you able to overcome them?
I think definitely some of the fulfillment issues. So we started with one warehouse, and then we outgrew them. So we were kind of like a mid-level business. So, we were a size that had outgrown the smaller warehouses, but weren't quite big enough for some of the bigger warehouses. So definitely trying to find the right warehouse and fulfillment center for us has been a challenge. We eventually found another one, and then they ended up selling. So, I feel like every few years we've had a warehouse issue, but I think now we've got a great fulfillment center. We have a tricky thing we have is a lot of SKUs. And a lot of them are very unique in terms of like the products are like, maybe it's a menorah that comes in 10 different colors and they all have a different SKU. So I think, and sometimes we'll have just maybe 10 of each. So it's definitely a challenge for a fulfillment center compared to maybe if they have, I don't know, like even something like shoes, maybe they have 10 shoes and they each come in 10 sizes. That's a little more manageable than what we have. So I think that's a challenge in terms of finding a fulfillment center, but we've just kept working on it, and I think right now we're in a good spot with that.
100%. You are like you went on Amazon yourself, right? You have your own Amazon.
No, we don't sell on Amazon.
Oh, some people just take it and put it on Amazon. Is that what you're saying?
Oh no, I mean some of the products we sell, like the vendors themselves sell them on Amazon too.
Okay.
So we do a mix of stuff that we create and then stuff that we buy wholesale. So
Gotcha.
Some of our artists sell on Amazon.
Oh, 100%. Okay, got it.
Yeah, but we don't have an Amazon storefront.
Where you need everyone to go is moderntribe.com. That's
yes,
it.
That's it. That's the spot. Yeah.
What has been the most successful, or what are some activities you've done to promote the brand marketing wise? I know you have an e-commerce background.
Yeah. I think it's nice also having like a niche business. We've partnered with a lot of different Jewish like influencers and stuff.
Sure,
so
yeah.
we had, so I think the schmear sweater was on, I want to say it was on the Today Show. I think an influencer was wearing it. And one of our other products, I sent it to Drew Barrymore, is not Jewish, but her kids are. So she was posting about one of my latkes recipes. So I was like, can I send her some gifts? And she featured it as her product of the day on the Drew Barrymore show. So stuff like that has been just like really cool and rewarding to see our products on national TV. And we've been in some magazines and stuff too. So I think that's always been the most fun creatively for me.
That's amazing.
Thanks.
What advice can you give entrepreneurs looking to start an e-commerce brand here in 2024? And what's your one piece of advice you can give?
Yeah, I mean, I think definitely e-commerce is challenging. Having any kind of physical products is challenging, but I think the one thing that's helped us through my blog and the store is having a niche business. It's easier to find your customers. It's easier to connect with them. Like on social media, when we share a joke, it's like an inside joke. You know, it's we all get it. We all know what's going on. We all commiserate together on tough issues as well. So I think it's kind of like finding your tribe. No pun intended there.
Yeah.
I think that helps, and I think it helps you be more passionate about it too. It has to be something that you're passionate about. And I love connecting with our audience and people, especially who maybe they're like, oh, I never had a menorah that I felt reflected my style, and I just like stopped lighting one, and I bought one from your site this year that looked like sushi, and now I love it. It just that just makes me happy. So I think having something you're passionate about and a niche that you can focus on has been the most helpful for us.
100%. That's awesome. So, is there
Thanks.
anything that I haven't asked you that you want our listeners to know about yourself and the brand?
I think just in general through my blog and the store is I'm not gonna say like fake it till you make it, but just kind of say yes to things and just realize that no one's an expert in everything. So, if there's things I think I'm capable of, I say, yes, I can do this, no problem. Like I started making videos for my blog and I had to learn how to make videos. But if there's something I'm not good at, like accounting, I will pay someone to do that. So don't be afraid, I think, especially when you're starting a business, to treat it like a business. Hire people, spend money, don't go into debt, but spend money to have a well-designed site, spend money, to hire people to do the things that you can't do. And then you'll have, a team that will back you up as well. So you can't do it all, but also you can do more than you think.
Awesome. That's amazing advice. I really
Thanks.
appreciate you coming on and talking about
Oh,
your
my
brand.
pleasure.
It's
This is
very
fun.
fun. I
Yeah.
love it. And have a great day. Thank you.
Thanks. You too, Stephen.